Hello, hello, and welcome to the stream. I am Altamir Lash, and I'll be your VTuber for today. Is that my new intro? Who knows? It might be. It just sounds familiar. So for today, we're going to be doing everything. By everything, I mean... looks like red, and red-green. Luckily, we have literally one thing that does all of these. And it's our best thing! Still no luck on getting Wizards to change the name of my main account to be streamer-friendly, but you never know what the future holds. For now, though, we got Ruby. Well, we might have Ruby if anybody else decides to queue up for a game. I usually don't have this bad of luck on a Monday. There he is. Roxanne. I played against a Roxanne deck in real life and it was pretty good. May as well keep. Surely they're not a control player. The amount of gruel in this battlefield is too damn high. We'll just hold up the Ranger's Guile. Opponent's on a lot of red. That's fine. We already have 5 mana. Breaching Dragonstorm. It's probably one of my favorite combos in the deck. Vorinclex Combustible Vehicle. Did you have fun? Yes. Yes, I did. Oh, what a start, what a start. An incredible 2 red cards played, Ruby and a Breaching Dragonstorm. That wasn't even a combo, I didn't set that up. That's just a thing the deck does sometimes. Yeah, get out from under Vorinclex and I draw 3 cards or you just die. God, that Vivian's so pretty. This technically has ramp. Icefall and Windswept Heath. If we can draw the second green, otherwise Primeval Herald's gonna have to get our second green. Which is rough. No lands. It's gonna be a while before we can do that, so nah. Wow, what a play. Get in there. Our opponent reads our commander. Our opponent removes our commander. We continue to draw mountains. Luckily, our devastation can, in fact, deal with his commander. We'll get... oh, right. Starting town can be a forest. Luckily, our devastation does deal with his commander. Holy. the indestructible one. Good, good, good. Well, it's really going to be difficult to get out of this position. We've won from 3 life before. Maybe not against somebody with Lightning Bolt in their deck, though. Kogla does deal with that thing. Hit the mother load might deal with the thing. Yep, she's back. Yep. Might have been a misplay or two in that game. Wasn't sure exactly which of their creatures were indestructible. Maybe waited a turn too long to wipe the board. Smithies. This hand's fine. Oh, good. They give us a moment to breathe. What's next? Forest? I think we're done collecting forest now. Yay, we did the thing. Oh no. Twelve may actually be difficult for us to deal with, honestly. Let's just Silver and Primordial the Vortex. I don't want to attack. Alright, Coma or 2 cards? Choose a pile, what happens to it? The pile goes in the hand, you can have the 2 face down. It is less cards. Alright, do we Vorinclex or do we Atali? Atali's the better spin. Especially against an opponent like this. Yeah. I guess we don't get to bargain though. Grab that and that. That. Send him to boys. Okay. Did not want to have to deal with that nonsense anymore. Bro knew Atali was going to flip next turn. Alright, now off the back of only red cards, we have to complete both of the quests. Hey look, a red deck. That looks like a storm deck. It's risky with a 3rd land, but we have interaction. Ooh, nice. Well, we'll play the cards we've been given. That's fine. Absolutely not. Yeah, we are not drawing lands, which is really not working out for us. Well, there's an Ashling. Oh, it was a good game. But 2 turns without a land drop in our ramping deck? I don't think so. Sometimes you just lose the coin flip. You take the 2-lander that seems fine. You only get to 3 lands. And the curve starts at 5, so you know. Paragast. I considered putting that into this deck for a while. Oh yeah. As some of you may have noticed, I put in the Combustible Gear Hulk into the deck. It's won a game so far. The absolutely raw Nykthos trying to Nyx. Another land. I think that we're done with lands. We got all the ones that we need. Yeah, definitely got all the ones that we need. I guess he's playing a dragon deck. If I were to be so bold. Now, do we hit the mother load? I think we do, because even on a whiff, it's going to ramp us a bunch. That's not great. Let me grab Calamity and I guess Trumpeting. We'll just take them off of Nykthos, I think. Yeah, that's mine. Probably one of the better ones he could hit, actually. Let's just draw cards. Yep. Wow, Dashing Ragavan. That card is so overtuned. Huh? Oh, sure. Alright, let's see if they can deal with one of these. Because next turn Calamity's just kind of going to win us the game. If they can't deal with it. Yeah, probably doesn't want to get rid of that hand. Huh. I guess they could deal with it. This is the only thing that we have that could possibly save us. And it couldn't. Hairgas being a ritual for Emrakul, I guess. It's a fine hand as long as we can find that third land in the next 2 turns. On the draw. There it is. Yeah, shielded sleeves. In a mono red deck. Mayhaps they're another dragon deck? Alright, Ugin. Send them back to the Stone Age. I won't be able to cast the Rune-Carved Obelisk this turn, which is unfortunate. Yep.
Heed my count. There is clarity. Insight is vital to success.
Not quite enough to give it points.
One step in the strategy.
Yep. One step in the strategy, indeed. It was pretty nice opponent, and then Ugin just runs away with the game. You were in mono red, you had the tools to give your stuff haste. Is this the one that people said was too good? It might be. No ramp. I was tempted due to the tree folk, because that tree folk's good, as it turns out. Now, I've had good luck against this commander thus far. We'll see if that proceeds, but I doubt it. Our commander? Yep. Unless... These all abilities. Ah, yeah, now that's pretty good. Alright, well, we'll see if we're still in this game. Opponent's making an excellent case for no. I thought Giver Runes couldn't target itself. Yep, you know what it is. Remove perpetual effects, yeah. Okay, are you choosing my commander? Okay, well, Ruby's just not getting played again.
I will fight for those who cannot. Let me show you how to fight.
Spin the wheel! Dragonstorm into Dragonstorm, not what we were hoping for. Honestly, we were hoping for a board wipe. Alright, we are 50-50 versus that commander now. Man, that thing was brutal. They really hated our commander. And we basically got time-walked by them for a couple turns, so... nothing we can really do. Oh, look, Royal Treatment. That would have been good on Ruby, that one turn. Where she got hosed, and then we had to skip 2 turns because we couldn't draw lands. I'm not salty. This is fine. We'll give the opponent the hello. Even though it looks like we've managed to get all the way up into excellent opponent decks. Sure, but do you have anything to do with it? Or are you just cracking it now for the lulz? Oh, they might have something to do with it. Yep, nothing much I could do about that. They, in fact, had the one removal card that works. Yeah, we're definitely facing higher tier opponents today. I should have aired Archway, actually. That would have been a good turn for it. Why do I have both of the deserts stuck in my hand right now? The opponent has so much shit going on. Holy cow. Oh, we've got our lands. Fires of Invention. Now that's a card I haven't seen in a long time. She's back. I don't think Estrus works with fires.
Cinders, ashes, or the ground. Time to crank up the heat.
Sure, that hand's much better. I wasn't trying to, No, I wasn't trying to wipe the board there and accidentally misclicked. Alright, you got one more card. Yep. Yep. Draw 3 cards, Yorion, Land, and Saga. Sure. Yeah, fix those colors, mate. Non-legendary enchantment. They're popping off, chat. They're popping off. Now, can we brute force out of this situation?
Thought I'd be more help.
Bahamut. Calamity. Yes! Yes, we can. Sometimes you just need one card in hand and 9 mana. The best part about Tooth and Nail is even if you draw even if you draw one half of the combo, you still get it off because you just tutor for a random thing that doesn't matter and get to play both. The opponent played a good game though. They just couldn't quite fight Tooth and Nail when they silenced themselves on my turn. Yeah, counter magic ain't gonna work, bud. This hand is fine. We got the invasion, we got 2 colors. We even got the Great Furnace if we happen to somehow roll into, thingy. Bargain card. Bargain basement ass card. Burn down's fine. Now, they're not in the best colors for killing Ruby. They're in some pretty decent colors for dealing with her. Is that a... no, okay. Catilda. Now we can't play Kyoshi this turn. Madeline. We could play... okay. I guess we'll play Combustible, because that might allow us to draw a card. If we get a land off this... sweet. I'm like, what the hell just hit me? Jesus fucking Christ! Could have been better. The Map the Frontier could have been Ulamog or something. I was like, ah, you can mull through. What's the worst that could happen? Jesus Christ, 20 damage! Little surprised they didn't kill the Combustible Gear Hulk. We'll make them regret that decision. We got there, I guess. I guess Combustible Gear Hulk's a hell of a card. They're like, we'll take maybe 5, 6 damage. If they get 2 lands, that's the worst that could happen. 20 damage to the dome. Huh. It just threatens to kill people. I don't know what to tell you. And it's a 6/6 for a striker. Titus, Yuna's Guardian. This hand has all the ramp and a little bit of redirect lightning, but the Arrowed Archway makes it a very... the Arrowed Archway and tapped land makes it very regrettable. This is fine. Might be able to pull off the same shenanigans, actually. Just, you know, turn later because we're not on the play. You sure did, bud. Not another land. The opponent reads our commander. They must have removal. It's a dork, like, it's kind of like Birds of Paradise. Don't even worry about it. Yep. Invasion. Oh, thank God we didn't get counterspelled right there. We absolutely threw that into 3 untapped blue mana. Or 2 blue and 1 other. Just with no care in the world. Hideous. Honestly, I don't even think you should. Well, I guess. Maybe I just didn't know how that card read. So we can Pinnacle, I guess we Combustive and see what they let us do. Probably take the damage, but who could risk it? We've done nothing so far. They could just let us draw. Decisions, decisions. Give the opponent decisions. And then we mill 3. Oh, we drew the 3. Alright. We'll discard this forest. We have other ways to get forest. If I'm reading that's correct, they only would have took 10 damage. I guess it's that thing. I'm still alive. One good board wipe could solve this problem for me. It was not a good board wipe. Did you have fun? Skip. I didn't feel very much for it. I just didn't draw my answer. And for whatever reason, the deck tracker does not load automatically. I have to manually turn it on every time. Super annoying. Abigail. I've seen a lot of people playing around with this as heavy control, which is not my favorite thing. This hand doesn't excite me. This also doesn't really do it for me, but once again, if we can draw that other land, and we even have the advantage of being able to scry one. Okay. And it's like whatever slows you down by a turn. Alright, now we need to draw that fourth land, which is seeming less and less likely. Oh, that's cute. He loses Decayed. Alright, well, we'll give him one more turn. Discarding... I guess... Bathe? No. The Ice Till. Yep. Alright, cool. The opponent found their line. At any cost. What did I do? What achievement did I get? Pay 200 life? Sure. By fetch lands alone. I can't imagine that the modding scene for Magic Arena is very hot. I don't think that they would appreciate the game being modded. Defend the Rider's fine, but no ramp. Wildgrove, though. And there's no green in this hand. Yeah, it's fine. We'll send back the ring. Alright, now what do you do? Katara, when she enters grid 1/1 ally, waterbend X, creatures have base power and toughness X until end of turn X can't be 0. Okay. Get in there. I do not care about your 1/1. And at least they're very much more of a tempo blue deck. We could have done much worse. Sig. Are they just merfolk? Are you waterbending merfolk? It's cute. Take action. We'll get the Arid Archway and the Commercial District, sure. Fuck you. Send you back. Get in there for 3. Do ya pay the 1, opponent? I don't think they do. Oh, very fancy. Yeah, you'll get a treasure off of that. Just can't be blocked. Can't be blocked. Okay. Yeah, you would have got. Let's keep the pressure on and set up for next turn being able to do stuff. What's your other side say? Target creature you control gains protection from each color. Yeah, I don't need that. They're just trying to scrabble their way into having enough mana to do something. And it's not really working out for them. In phase 2! The wagon. I was gonna say, did you just sneeze out that cabbage? But no, I think that the cabbage just existed. And Appa ate it. That's not gonna save you, opponent. Have you read Drakoseth? It's quite good. Still not going to do it. Unfortunately for our opponent, it doesn't seem that they've got the tools to handle the situation. Some kind of treasure artifact based something. Alright. Kitty cat. We have a little guest. Man, we've only been playing for an hour and we got 2 left. 2 red spells. That's at the very worst, we cast Ruby twice. Muldrotha. Alright. Once again, I am asking for a 3rd land by turn 3. You know, Defend the Rider may actually be Sleeper one of the best protection spells in the game, because it's one of the only ones that'll protect you from target opponent sacrifices your only creature. It won't work against something that does non-tokens or something that does mana value based stuff, but if it's just sack a thing, then yeah, it's kind of really good. You can just sack the token, or make your thing indestructible. It's great. A fish! Didn't even realize that fish was on Arena. I guess if any deck was going to have it, it's going to be the Muldrotha deck. Oh, thank goodness. You can draw your card. I need this. Especially considering that my hand starts at 8. So if we can't draw something, then... Did they miss their land drop? They got Command Tower, Mystic Remora, and said good enough. And then didn't get a land drop? Okay. They're not happy about the Woodland Cemetery, but they'll take it. What do they have on 1? Okay, thank goodness. It's the only 6 mana thing that we have. Thank goodness we're drawing something. They're tapped lands, but they are lands. Do we just buff by 4? Yeah, I guess. Not like I have anything better to do. We're both missing land drops. My hand just happens to be a lot higher mana value. Second spell cast of the game, Muldrotha. I mean, they could be slow rolling it just to discard to hand size to reanimate later, but that doesn't seem to be the case. It is very high mana value. It's a very greedy deck, much like mine. I would like a land, please, deck. That's a fine substitute for a land. Yeah, whatever that is, I don't like it anymore. Puts them within range. Now they can't even fetch land if they drew it. Okay. Alright, they stave off death. opponent? Are you okay? Did they forget the fact that they were at 1 life? I think that might have been a mistake. Like, I was gunning for them just to remove their thing, and I was gonna make my guy indestructible, but, like... Ooh, a Lava Leaper. People are saying this card is whatever, but, I guess it could be fine. It seems like a real downside if I ran it. I mean, it could work. We might not have enough basics, though. One of the problems that I have in the deck is that I need to hit 2 colors on turn 2, so I need a bunch of untapped non-basics. The number of lands that I can afford to have come into play tapped is low. I think I only have 2 or 3 in the entire deck, so the odds of having all of them... Like, see, Temple of Abandon? Haven't seen that all day. Do we... With the Scry, I'll keep it on the Scry. I saw the opponent's hello. Alright. Okay. That animation. If you want to tempo out in a blue deck, I'm not going to stop you. Freaking little frog deck. Ow. Now they're getting to the point where it's going to be quite difficult. We need another land, so they might give it to us. They gave it to us. Wasn't red though. We'll drop the Dolius wins games, that wins games, that wins games. I guess this, because they haven't played any artifacts or enchantments yet. Womp womp. That's why we didn't do Steel Hellkite. Because we would have gotten no value at all. Instead, we got a land drop. Yeah, Redirect Lightning wouldn't have worked either, because they haven't played any enchantments. Chord of Calling for 5. That looks like a tattoo of if I've seen one. Silverback Elder, that also works. Boom! At least the opponent is very quick. Okay. I guess we'll get another land. It's gonna be Arid Archway because that gives us a forest back to hand, and then we just play forest. Wow! Yeah, let's slam down this dude, man. Get in there. Are they going to start the beatdown train? Discarding. Okay. But which creature is going to get you out of this one? Finally, Vigor, sure. Yeah, we're definitely getting beat down. Let's see what's on top. Koglin Yudaro, sure. We're gonna fight your Defiler Vigor. A very good game, opponent. I had fun. The opponent, I don't know. Dies to Doomblade. Destroy 25 creatures your opponents controlled in number of games. At instant speed, cast 25. So, okay, so we're getting to the bottom of the barrel stuff where you just incidentally get these with the deck that's concentrated for it. It's not the stuff that we actually do. Like, yeah, the deck does very poorly against dedicated control decks or people with removal on a select few turns. If they draw good and we draw bad, but against other decks, like, we could do fine. No. Maybe. Like, we don't love this, but... yeah. Go ahead and add that back. And then we lose room. Oh, okay. Shields down. Someday we'll be able to redirect Lightning's Sign in Blood. Takes 7 damage to draw 2 cards. Man, that would have been the turn. Really cool turn, too. No. Doesn't really matter. We could drop Ruby and hold up the 1, I guess. Timing just off on that being a tapped land. Yeah, what can you do? I was telling you early that tap lands lose games. Oh, Jesus. Yep, they are the ramp deck now. Alright, Sylvan Primordial doesn't really get anything other than them off of black, but they're on too much black. So, I think we bounty in the forest. Try and pad our life out a little bit. We'll hold up the redirect again, see if they want to try and kill Ruby. We can send it after Lumara. Whoop, it's only 7 for a hot second. State-based effects. Whoop, it's down to 7 again. It's back to 8. Can you yo-yo it back down to 7 again? It'd be funny. Agatha Soul Cauldron, holy. Okay. You have the activated ability of being able to transform, I guess. Hey, it's another Shieldred. I don't know about this one, gamers. We can Bahamut. It's sort of a difficult to remove guy. I'm assuming that flips immediately. I'll throw my guy under the Shieldred bus if you attack with her. Not Bahamut, the 3/3. I think it's Shieldred. Calamity? Yep. Yep. It is asking me if I had fun a lot today. What are the odds of that? Oh, power creep. Just when you thought the Colossal Dreadmaw couldn't get any better, they had you draw a card. Yeah, I have no wild cards. Good old free-to-play advantage. Is it really a victory if the entire game is waiting for me to just do something and then what I do is just significantly more powerful than what my opponent's been durdling about? 2 lands and a ramp. You know what that means. Means we need to top deck land in the next 2 turns. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We have 1 turn to draw land. 1 turn. 1 untapped land deck. Please give it to me. Oh, thank you. There is a god. Nope, no god. Gods don't exist. Alright, well, we need another untapped land deck. Can you pull it off? Can you do such a thing? What are the odds? 40%. We have 40% odds of not being blown out of this game right now. Nope. They got something. I don't think it's removal. No attack. Oh man. I was gonna say, I'll take your elf. Alright, we might still be in this. They have had the counter magic so far. They finally ran out. Well, shit, be back over the turn, but they could just replay their commander. They won't get much off of us because our mana values are high, but... Eh? Just reading the ring? Okay. There she is. Back at it again to get Tamiyo's. Okay, you get 2 life off of it. Congratulations. That's not what we wanted. It's not what we wanted at all. I guess the best thing we could do is take them off ring. Our own ring. Give me back my ring. Bastard. One's like, but I had the counter spell. Nah. Listen, guy, you're getting advantage when you play Elvish Mystic, whereas I am a ramp deck on 4 lands. Shush. Can you get to 4 elves? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Ruby exists. Nice fatal push. That was painful. 5 life. We're on a 3-turn clock now. Dang, I wish they had played that first. Ah, combustible. Alright, deck. There are answers to this. I don't think we're gonna get it. Pretty sure we don't have any life gain in the land base. Kitty. So that can pay 1 life, but as for gaining life, no. Nope. They had the counterspell exactly on time. Pretty sure they killed our commander at least once, too. It happens. The other game was better. The game with, multiple Bahamut's just crushing the opponent under a heal. There's no ramp in this hand, so ship it back. There's ramp, there's 2 colors. Once again, we're gonna have to pray that we draw a 3rd untapped land by turn 3. If we do, though, we'll have a chance. Unfortunately, they're not curving out, at least. Have a life. And then they kill our commander? Make it a lot harder for us? No. Oh, everything's coming up Altamir. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game. Even if they kill our commander at this point, we can just drop the Vorinclex. Don't mind if I do. Grab the 2 relevant ones. Drop down the Scry. More lands. Don't think I need them at this point. However, Ruby's a 3/4. Ta-da! Aw. Do we Pinnacle Killship that? I think we would prefer Discover 5. Because that gives us more ramp. Three, 4 Ruby. Now, if we don't draw a land, we can still Gladolius for the... for something... the desert, to be able to play a land, so that Ruby would survive a board wipe. We can do that and Chandra to wipe the field. Yeah, let's do that. Ruby. We'll bounce back the forest. We'll play the forest. My field survives. You draw a card. Get in there. Significant amount of pressure on the opponent. They could get out of this with their own board wipe. But can they? I'm not seeing it so far. Good game.
Fire never rests, so neither do I'm just getting warmed up.
The opponent takes it like a champion. Look at them go. They wanted to see how much damage they would take, and they just took it. That's a true gamer right there. They could have scooped in response to the attack trigger. But they know that there is an achievement tracking how much combat damage you do, and wanted me to have that legitimate damage. Absolute bro. I think I've already got that achievement, so it didn't matter, but... that's a lot of red, and not a lot of green. That's... Deck, come on. You can't keep doing this. Can't keep getting away with it. This is the deck that keeps winning when it molds to 4, though, so I can't really complain. Alright. Mountain, we'll take those. Unfortunately, they have every color in the world to be able to deal with our commander right now. So we're probably losing Ruby. Should have a compilation of all the terrible deaths Ruby has experienced. Oh my god, she lives. I guess Ice Till, because we have the... You got it, bro. It's very expensive on the life total. So we want a non-legendary so that we can Calamity next turn. We will continue to ramp our stinking butts off. So let's grab that one and the Manland. We'll send in the Clown. You want to block? You've got a 1/1. Opponent's like, I have 3 lands. How have you done this? And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why these were 2 of the best wild cards we could spend in this deck. My guy is like, but I want creatures. I don't want to wipe the board. I have my commander out there. Whereas I'm like, we got to turn 5. Ruby is expendable. Alright. Now, what I should have done with the Astral Titan last turn was fetch one of my artifact lands so that I could Thunderous Debut now and be able to do the thing. What we have to do now is hope that we nail one off of the, Oh, okay. Well, now we definitely can't. Okay, never mind. Never didn't have it. Never once punished. We'll get a Tolly and Vorinclex. Do we have enough value? We'll probably just draw 2 cards. And then we'll drop down the invasion. Ruby comes after that, and we'll send that after your face. They're like, how could this have gone so wrong? That tells me that they don't have the board wipe, because if they let me have the invasion, then they could have board wiped right here. Shut down all of your lands. Man, when the deck pops off, it kind of pops off. Send them the good game. I've never actually seen a good Jen Jansen deck go off. I think that we've been really unlucky and just never witnessed it. 2 plus the number of mounts and vehicles. Well, if our commander was a red mount, that would be really... that would be relying on Calamity to be on the field and not have our opponent be already dead. Oh, no. More can't. This hand is shockingly playable. Yeah, alright, we'll take the risk. This could go very wrong, though. But the deck is trying to give us a nice medium. We haven't had lands in several games today, and now we have all the lands. Playing an elf? Who could have seen this coming? This is why Primeval Herald is probably one of the worst. Because now they just play an elf, and we have to lose either a commander or the Herald. We will lose the Ruby. No blocks. Dare we... Yeah, there was no way. I think we played that correctly. Seven, ooh ha ha. First Glacier Godmaw of the day. Do we Godmar or do we Breaching Dragonstorm? I want to Breaching Dragonstorm. Sure. Fucking... Yeah. Mountain. Now we could have defended our enchantment, but I really don't care about it. Seven Trample Vigilance coming at you. And with Reach the Horizon, that's actually, I think, lethal. This comes back to us. No blocks. What the fuck you want me to do? I'll just take 4. Oh yeah, dude, it's the Lance. Isn't that an achievement that's just gettable? How do you get that one? Yeah, I really haven't done a lot of this nonsense. Favorite visualization for each of the 5 basic land types? Seems like an easy achievement. We'll get there. Seasoned. Red. I'll have to look up how to get that one later, because that's, like, my favorite one. You just, like, miss land dropping, like, lands, am I right? Just as Richard Garfield intended. Sephiroth. It has 2 colors. There's no ramp, but we have the protection. Get to Breaching Dragonstorm, probably. There's a ramp. Try and kill Ruby. So predictable. Unfortunately, we got 2 tap lands, which is not good. You got it, bud. Alright. So we can skip straight to Dragonstorm. Hit the Motherlode. Burn down the house. Do we take out his thing? I think we kind of take down his thing. Goodbye, burn down the house, probably. Oh, hit the Motherlode, sure. Does literally nothing. We could take him off of Swamp. I don't hate that. Look at me. I am the control deck now. God, hit the Motherlode is such a card. Sephiroth onto the empty board. Suck it. 2 triggers in the same turn with nothing to sacrifice. Get good, scrub. Let's just keep him off of Commander.
If you're impressed now, wait until everything's on fire. Blaze a path forward.
And he wants to keep going. God, that Lightning Greaves is just such a pain in the patootie.
All out of firepower.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling, Chandra. Alright, if we ring... Probably can't Omen Paths. I'm not doing the math, though. It still's a cow. And then they kill our thing. They only wanted to take 3. They're like, just slow down the clock. Just slow it down. Sure. You got it, bud. Combustible Gear Hulk. I could either guarantee draw 1 card, or possibly draw 3. Or the opponent may just die here. We drew 3! Let's see, so that's 6, and 6 is 12, and another 5 is 17. Had to think about it for a second. Yeah, pretty close to killing them, honestly. We're just gonna get Trample and Haste. Like, I don't even care. At 8 light, the options of dealing with Ulamog are not the highest. Gravepack might do it, though. Somehow, I don't feel like blocking. Probably should have blocked. Goodbye, Kogla. Annihilator 4! I don't even think you can block. Oh no, are they roping us now? Yeah. Yeah. Poor sport opponent. Just let it go. I get the damage triggers even if you rope out, because you have to rope out 3 times to forfeit the game. I can do this all day. Some days you just threw the Omen Paths and happen to hit Ulamog the Infinite Gyre. Yeah, I thought that I saw somebody peek into chat earlier. Didn't say anything, and then tootled away. Would have been nice for them to say hi. I play this game because I like it, but I do want to talk to people. Communication is key in any relationship, including the relationship between chat and streamer. Like, I'm not going to get any better if you don't. I'm ready to brawl! You're the one who played the 2-mana 2/2 that can't block. I didn't want to destroy your land. I had to. And since you're just passing through now, didn't matter, first strike. Ulamog never got there. Ulamog too slow. Spire Mexico. Tap another tap mount vehicle. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature. Put a +1/+1 counter for each mount and a vehicle you control is another vehicle. Getting a lot of Aether Drift prizes. The newest Fantastical Hat set. It's not even the newest. So who's excited for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I've seen just about 0 buzz. There's no ramp in the sand, so I'm not keeping it. And I've only seen 1, 2, maybe 3 cards that I'm excited about, and only like 1 or 2 of them for this set. Again. This is fine. We have a number of interaction. Oh well, the opponent's a ramp deck. And hopefully they play something like Nisa or something lightning boltable. I think it's Raph and Leo. It's a 7-mana one. Whoop. They thought about it. They seriously thought about it. Our opponent very much not on blue right now. There's blue. Why did you get another forest? Fuck. Alright, well. I need the lands in my right emote. We have done nothing this game.
Strange and magnificent world.
Probably the incorrect way to tap those.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Whoop. Alright. Well, we didn't draw the land. %40 of the time it works 100% of the time. That's the way it goes. If I were smart, I'd put in another basic at this point. But we haven't been punished so far. And I'm not gonna pass on a hand that has 2 lands of 2 different colors when that allows me to cast my commander, and if I draw 1 land in 3 turns that is untapped, I get to do everything that I want to do. Right? Like, there's no reason. I should just scoop. There's no reason to play this out. Yeah. They're either a combo player or a control player. And there's no in between. And I don't have meaningful interaction for either. Another Merlin. We got 2 colors, and we got a ramp. That is a surprisingly good card. I don't need another one. No attacks into the Death Toucher, thank you. I don't know if our opponent wants the life gain or my commander dead more. Oh good, they've just chosen to tempo out. That's what we want to see, that's what we want to see. No counter spells, no killing our commander. Just let me do what I want for like 3 to 5 turns. Now, we can hit the Motherlode. I think our opponent just missed a land drop. The cow has trample and replaced himself, so I don't care if you block him. Drawing map to the frontier with Arid Archway in hand is always painful. It'll never not be painful. Treasure. Read them like a book. Oh, we get through the Omen Paths. Spin the wheel. Vorn collect. Alright. Treasure. Aww. I wanted tooth and nail. Aww. I wanted through the Omen Paths. Dang it, Bobby. You picked some winners. Yep, let's throw down Kyoshi. Animate, that's fine. Let's not send in Ruby. Raphalos. Treasure. Oh, they got something. Play up their hand, get my stuff. 6 is actually a... Okay, they got ramp. That could have gone a lot worse. Of course they do. I think this turn we just Vorn collects all over them. Or we could Ugin. I don't hate that. Get rid of Raphalos.
Fate flows as easily as my timeless wisdom guides your hand. I know many arcane rituals. I grant you a boon.
Get in there. I'll take your Gauntlet Raiders, that's fine. If I were you, I'd just spend all the mana into Midnight Clock and tick it out. Ah, Shieldred. Yep. Yep, by the time it gets back to you... So you'll draw it on my turn. That's fine. I don't think that the last one was necessary, but... Because you're out of mana, is the problem with that. Oh, right! All the life gain. Sure. Okay.
Mine is the power of eons.
Yeah, we'll discard this first. Draw the card off you. It's not an artifact. That's fine, whatever.
Open your mind to
We could
possibility.
burn down the house. That's not the worst idea ever. We'd lose Steel Hellkite, but eh. We would keep everything else. So let's go red, red. Burn down the house.
An undisciplined strike.
A very good game. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been brawling for about 2 hours now. Oh, we're one away. Okay, that convinced me. If we can win one more quick one. I'm not under supreme time pressure today, which is nice, but we're gonna have to go pretty soon. Brawl is hilarious and fun and great, but I have other stuff I can do, other projects to work on. Oh no. Black-white player. This could go either way. Especially with a hand like this. There's no ramp in this hand. There's ramp, but there's no colors in this hand. There's no ramp. There's ramp. So we'll throw away everything that's not that ramp. Alright. We bragged about it before. We're gonna take the mole to 4. See if we can win off the mole to 4. Done it before, can do it again. So far, things are going our way. If they don't remove our commander, I'm not sure how they don't. Maybe they want the tempo play. They're like, what's a 4-drop gonna do? Why would we need to kill Ruby? Hey, the tempo play. A block. I think we have to starting town. Now I'm wondering if the game would prefer to give me to take 1 damage or give our opponent 1 life. We have Ruby, so we wouldn't be able to tell, but An interesting question. If it had to give us one or the other, which would the game prefer to do? Alright, that's unfortunate. The opponent could sacrifice 2 of their creatures right here, right now. I wish there was a way to make this come into play untapped, but... it's just awkward timing on the tapped land. The fact that the opponent hasn't killed us yet is astounding. Yep. Do we spin the wheel or hit the Atali? We could whiff. But Atali could be anything. It could be anything except for through the Omen Paths, in fact. Let's grab Tooth and Nail. They got their Bitter Bloom Bearer. Bamf. Two creature. It's so rude. Come on, man. Each creature you control. And Death Touch. Oh my goodness. We'll get rid of the commander, I suppose. They can, in fact, Plaza of Heroes their commander. Hey, thanks for the indestructible, man. Very close. We were a turn too late, unfortunately. Well, I guess that means we'll have to play another game. Had a kitty on my lap for a while. Fire Lord Azula. Okay. Either I'm about to die immediately, or they might be a bad Azula deck. There's no ramp in this hand. This hand's fine. Give him the hello. Scry, let's not draw another land. I said not draw another land. Fornist. And now that we have Redirect Lightning, we're not going to attack. I could, but we're not going to. And then we lose Ruby anyway, because they didn't play a turn 1 creature. This is why Redirect Lightning is fine, but it's not great. Because yeah, it's decent protection. Kind of in the middle and late game, though. Oh, that's rude. I suppose we're firmly in that second camp, where we're just gonna get run over. I think I'm gonna pay for that one. Did you know that Ionize can counter itself? It's kind of funny when it does that. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Let's do Vaultborn and Glacier Godmaw. Opponent has infinite value. Unfortunately, they're going to look at the top 2 cards quite a few times. See, if they don't have the removal spell for our shit, then... Well, I guess we have to, then. Very rude. Well... Let's see, so 3, 4, 5. Can't cast that. 6? Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 1 off, unfortunately. So we could draw the card, gain the life. Backed.
Is vital to success.
An oddly shaped time for that sound effect to play. Imprisoned in the moon. Dang it. You got it, bud. I can use my rampant growth artifact. Alright. Could do one of these numbers.
The wise heed my advice.
Yeah, it's not great.
That was all the aid I wish to give.
I've definitely had better board wipes. Our opponent could have scooped then, but no, they just let us have it. I guess we Kogla Yadaro. Give it Trample Haste. Do that. Good time for that. Send them to the Shadow Realm. Oh? Oh. Oh, now they found their removal. There's the good game. Alright, yeah, they were very scary. Get a pack. Get a bunch of XP. Self a safe right. And not the worst. I could see it actually in this deck if we really wanted to push that way. Remove 6 or more loyalty counters from a Planeswalker you control during your turn. Not in the way you think. No. That was, that's not the way that achievement's supposed to work. No. I blued it up. That's not... That's supposed to be a good thing. Okay, sure. We Starve Extinctioned our own Ugin and got an achievement for it. That'll go down in history as one of the plays of all time. Anyway, we've got our weekly out of the way, so thank you for coming. I'm gonna take off now. I apologize that it ran a little bit over, but I don't care. We'll be back later. I think that... A little spoiler for people who managed to watch until the end. I've been working on a thing that it's not perfect, but that's never stopped me before. So tomorrow, I might start a new game with a different model, and we'll see how that goes down. Anyway, have a good night, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Up. Oh. Uh-oh. What?